Loneliness is a feeling that many people carry inside. It is not just about being alone. You can feel lonely even in a crowd. It is a sense of emptiness, as if something important is missing. Often, we feel this way because we believe we need others to feel complete. We look for someone to fill the space inside us, but when no one does, we feel the heavy weight of loneliness. In our modern world, loneliness is very common. Even with phones and the internet, many people feel disconnected. Technology gives us the illusion of being connected, but deep inside, we may still feel alone. This is because true connection is not about the number of people we talk to. It is about the depth of the relationship we have with ourselves and others. When loneliness visits us, it can bring sadness, fear, and even shame. We might wonder if something is wrong with us. But feeling lonely is not a sign of weakness. It is simply a part of being human. Our minds and hearts naturally seek connection. When that need is not met, we feel pain. But there is a different way to see loneliness. Instead of fighting it or running away, we can pause and observe it. We can begin to understand where it comes from. Is it fear? Is it desire? Is it expectation? By looking at loneliness with gentle eyes, we open the door to a new understanding. We see it not as an enemy, but as a teacher. This is the first step toward turning loneliness into solitude. Many people think loneliness and solitude are the same, but they are very different. Loneliness feels heavy, like a dark cloud over the heart. Solitude, on the other hand, feels light, like a quiet morning in nature. The outside situation may look the same, being by yourself, but the feeling inside is not. Loneliness is often filled with longing. We want someone to be with us, to listen to us, to understand us. We believe we are missing something. This thought makes the heart restless. We look at others and think they are happier because they have company. These thoughts create more sadness. Solitude does not come from lack, but from fullness. It is the joy of spending time with yourself. In solitude, you do not feel empty. Instead, you feel calm and whole. You can listen to your own thoughts, breathe deeply, and find peace within. It is like sitting by a still pond where the water reflects your true face. The key difference is how we relate to ourselves. Loneliness sees emptiness. Solitude sees possibility. When you are lonely, you wait for someone else to bring you comfort. When you are in solitude, you offer comfort to yourself. It is not about avoiding people, but about being at peace even when you are alone. Learning this difference is very important. It shows us that being alone is not something to fear. In fact, it can be a beautiful and healing experience. Once you understand this, you begin to see your time alone in a new light. It becomes a space where your heart can rest and grow strong. To transform loneliness, we must first see where it comes from. Often, loneliness grows from deep beliefs and experiences. Many of us learn from a young age that being alone is bad. We hear messages that say, "You need others to be happy." Over time, these ideas become strong inside us. We believe that if we are alone, something is wrong. Sometimes past experiences also create loneliness. If we were abandoned, rejected, or misunderstood, we may carry that pain inside. When we are alone, these old wounds rise again. We feel the same fear or sadness we felt long ago. In this way, loneliness is not only about today, but also about the past. There is also a strong desire inside us to be seen and valued by others. We want to feel important, loved, and accepted. This desire is natural, but when it becomes too strong, we may fear being alone. We feel that without someone else's attention, we have no worth. This belief feeds our loneliness. In modern life, We are often taught to stay busy. We fill our days with work, entertainment, and noise. But when these distractions stop, we are left with our own thoughts. If we have not learned to sit with ourselves, these quiet moments can feel uncomfortable. The silence makes our loneliness louder. But by understanding these roots, we can begin to heal. We see that loneliness is not always about the present moment. It is often a reflection of old pain, strong desires, or untrue beliefs. When we recognize this, we take the first step toward freedom. We start to see that loneliness does not control us. It is simply a guest, and we can choose how to welcome it. When we are lonely, our first wish is often to escape. We turn on the television, scroll through our phones, or call someone. We look for something to fill the empty space. But true healing comes not from running away, but from learning to stay. Being with yourself may feel strange at first. The silence can seem loud. Thoughts may race through your mind. Old worries and fears might appear. But this is a natural part of the process. It is like meeting an old friend you have not seen for many years. At first you may not know what to say. But if you stay, you begin to reconnect. To sit quietly with yourself is a gentle practice. You do not need to force your mind to stop thinking. You simply sit and notice what is there. If a thought comes, you see it and let it pass. If a feeling rises, you allow it without judgment. You become a kind observer of your own experience. With time, you may notice something beautiful. The more you sit with yourself, the more familiar and safe it feels. You begin to trust your own company. You discover that you are not as empty as you once thought. There is a quiet strength within you that has always been there, waiting to be seen. Learning to be with yourself is like planting a seed. At first, the seed is small and hidden, but with patience and care, it grows. Your time alone becomes a garden where peace can bloom. You no longer fear being alone because you have become your own good friend. Sometimes we believe that peace comes from big changes or special events, but often peace hides in small, simple moments. When you are alone, these quiet moments can become your greatest teacher. Notice the sound of the wind outside your window. Feel the warmth of a cup of tea in your hands. Watch the soft light of the morning sun as it touches your room. These simple things are always around us, but we often do not see them because we are too busy or lost in our thoughts. When you give your full attention to these small experiences, your mind begins to settle. The outside world becomes less noisy. The heart starts to relax. You realize that you do not need much to feel calm. Peace is not something far away. It is here, right now, in this very moment. Many people fear being alone because they think they will be bored, but boredom only appears when we expect something exciting to happen all the time. When we release that expectation, we find that even quiet moments are rich and full. The soft rhythm of daily life can bring great comfort. These simple moments teach us that happiness does not always come from outside. It can rise from within, like a clear spring flowing from the earth. As you begin to see the beauty in small things, your time alone becomes less heavy. The space that once felt empty now feels full of quiet life. With each small moment of peace, loneliness begins to change. You are no longer waiting for something to fill you. You are gently filling yourself, one simple breath at a time. Silence often feels uncomfortable at first. Many people fear it because it feels empty and strange. We are so used to noise, conversations, music, television, and the constant buzz of our phones. When the noise stops, we feel exposed, as if something is missing. But silence is not a problem. In fact, silence can become a true friend. When you sit in silence, you begin to hear things you normally miss. You hear your breath, your heartbeat, and the soft sounds of the world around you. More importantly, you start to hear your own inner voice, not the voice of fear or desire, but the quiet voice that has always been there, beneath the noise. This voice does not rush. It speaks gently, offering calm and clarity. In silence, you give this voice space to rise. You start to see your thoughts and emotions more clearly. You understand your worries better, and you see how many of them are temporary, like clouds passing through the sky. As you spend more time with silence, it begins to feel safe. You no longer feel the need to fill every moment with sound or activity. Silence becomes a peaceful space where you can rest. It holds you softly, like a warm blanket on a cold night. The more you build this relationship with silence, the stronger you become. You learn that you do not need constant noise to feel alive. In fact, life feels richer and deeper in silence. What once felt like loneliness slowly transforms into a gentle, comforting solitude. Silence, instead of being your enemy, becomes a doorway to inner peace. Many people believe that they need others to feel complete. They think happiness comes only from relationships, family, or friends. But while human connection is important, it is also important to become your own companion. This is one of the great lessons of solitude. When you see yourself as your own companion, you no longer feel empty when you are alone. You learn to enjoy your own company, just as you would enjoy time with a dear friend. You listen to your own thoughts with kindness. You care for your own needs with respect. You become someone you trust and enjoy being with. This is not about being selfish or avoiding others. It is about developing a healthy relationship with yourself. Many people depend too much on others to give them happiness. But when you find peace within yourself, you do not need others to fill the empty space. Instead, your relationships with others become stronger because you are not holding them responsible for your happiness. Spending time alone can help you learn about yourself. You start to understand your likes and dislikes. You see your strengths and weaknesses clearly. You learn to forgive your own mistakes and celebrate your own small successes. In this way, you grow stronger and more balanced. Being your own companion means offering yourself the same kindness you would give to someone you love. When sadness comes, you comfort yourself. When joy comes, you share it with yourself. You become a steady and loyal friend to your own heart. As this friendship with yourself grows, loneliness begins to fade. You realize that you are never truly alone. You carry within you a gentle presence that is always there, ready to walk beside you through every moment of life. One of the deep causes of loneliness is our desire to hold on to people, situations, or feelings. We fear change because it may bring loss. When someone we love leaves, or when life moves in a direction we did not expect, we feel the pain of separation. This fear of change can make loneliness feel even heavier, but in truth, everything in life is always changing. The seasons change, the weather changes, and even our own thoughts and feelings change from moment to moment. Nothing stays the same forever. This is the nature of life. When we fight this truth, we suffer. But when we accept it, we find a new kind of peace. Accepting impermanence does not mean we do not care. We still love deeply and value our connections. But we understand that nothing and no one can stay with us forever. This understanding helps us to hold our relationships with open hands, not with tight fists. We can enjoy what we have while we have it, and let go when it is time. When we accept that change is natural, we no longer feel so afraid of being alone. We see that moments of solitude are also part of life's flow. They come and go, like waves on the ocean. Sometimes we are surrounded by others, and sometimes we are by ourselves. Both are natural, and both can bring growth. By seeing impermanence clearly, we soften the sharp edges of loneliness. We realize that even this feeling will change. It will rise and fall like everything else. In this way, acceptance becomes a gentle light in the darkness, guiding us toward peace and balance within our own hearts. When we stop fearing loneliness and begin to accept solitude, something beautiful happens. We discover a kind of freedom that does not depend on anyone or anything outside of us. This freedom is not loud or flashy. It is quiet and steady, like a calm river flowing through the mountains. In solitude, you are free to explore your own thoughts without pressure. You can reflect on your life, your choices, and your dreams. No one is there to judge or interrupt. This space allows you to understand yourself more deeply. You begin to see what truly matters to you and what does not. Solitude also gives you the freedom to rest. In a world that always demands your attention, it is easy to feel tired and overwhelmed. But when you are alone, you can breathe and relax. You can listen to your own needs and take care of your own well-being. This kind of rest strengthens both the body and the mind. As you grow more comfortable with solitude, you may notice that your fears become smaller. The fear of being left out or forgotten loses its power. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself to others. You find contentment in simply being who you are. This is true inner freedom. In this space of freedom, you are not closing your heart to the world. Instead, you are opening it in a new way. You become stronger, more stable, and more open to love and connection, not from need, but from choice. Solitude becomes not a prison, but a doorway to a fuller, richer life. As we walk through life, we all meet moments of loneliness. They can feel heavy and painful. But when we gently turn toward these moments, we find that they can guide us to something deeper. Solitude is not a place of emptiness, but a space where the heart can rest, heal, and grow strong. When you learn to sit with yourself, you discover that you are not broken or incomplete. You carry within you everything you need to find peace. The quiet moments, once filled with fear, begin to feel soft and comforting. You become your own friend, walking beside yourself with kindness and patience. Life will always bring change. People will come and go. Joys and sorrows will rise and fall. But the steady light of solitude remains with you. It becomes a safe place where you can return again and again, no matter what is happening in the world around you. In this way, solitude becomes a gentle treasure, offering you freedom and balance. Before I finish, I would like to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude. Thank you to everyone who has taken the time to watch this video. Your kind support through likes, subscriptions, comments, super thanks, and membership means a great deal. It warms my heart to know that these words may offer comfort or reflection in your own journey. If these teachings have brought you even a small sense of peace, that is a great joy to me. May your path ahead be filled with gentle moments, quiet strength, and the calm beauty of solitude.